My hands are witnesses to my confusion. In the left, a passport the color of the deep Atlantic, stamped with the bald eagle, promising me freedom and opportunity. In the right, a passport the color of fertile earth and fervent hope, secured with a crescent and star, whispering of ancestry and belonging. I hold the tangible proof of two distinct citizenships. Yet as I stand between the coasts and continents, I realize the truth. A blue passport and a green passport may grant me the right to travel, but they do not grant me the right to belong. For years, I have been a stranger in two lands, constantly oscillating between feeling too much and too little of who I was supposed to be, until I finally understood that my true citizenship lay not in a country, but in the hyphen that connected them. The writer Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." For a long time, I thought leaving a trail meant choosing one path over another, choosing one identity, one culture, one version of myself. Because I grew up with a hyphen. I'm an American Pakistani. I was born and raised in the United States, but at home I lived in a completely different world. At home, I spoke Pashto, smelled traditional spices drifting from the kitchen, and heard stories about places I had never seen but somehow felt connected to. Outside, at school, everything was different. The language, the jokes, the expectations. I learned how to move between two worlds that didn't always understand each other. And for a while, I thought I had to choose. I thought the hyphen in American Pakistani was a crack, something dividing me in half, something that made me less complete, not more. But over time, I realized something powerful. The hyphen wasn't separating me, it was connecting me. And that small line between two words represented something bigger. The ability to hold more than one perspective at once, to build bridges where others saw boundaries, and to belong to more than one story. And that idea, the space between two spaces, aren't just powerful. It's where some of humanity's greatest innovations have happened. In 105 AD, Kai Lun didn't invent paper from a single material. He combined tree bark, hemp, and old rags. By combining what already existed, he created something that allowed ideas to travel across continents and centuries. In 1945, Percy Spencer noticed a chocolate bar melting in his pocket near radar equipment. Instead of ignoring it, he asked the question, what happens if I combine this technology with cooking? And that curiosity led to the invention of the microwave. These breakthroughs didn't happen from choosing one path. They came from standing in the space between two different worlds and simply asking, what if they could work together? That space between the hyphen grew what always seemed impossible. Maybe your hyphen isn't between cultures. Maybe it's between languages, between your expectations and your own goals. Maybe it's between science and art, tradition and change, who you were and who you're becoming. Sometimes that space can feel uncomfortable. It can feel like tension, like you don't fully belong on either side. I know that feeling. There are times where I try to erase parts of myself just to fit in, avoiding my language in public, trying to ease out the hyphen so no one would notice it. But every time I hit a part of myself, I lost something. A perspective, a story, a way of seeing the world that no one else had. Eventually, I stopped asking myself, which side do I choose? And I started asking myself a different question. What happens if I combine them together? And that shift changed everything. Because the hyphen gave me something I didn't realize was rare. The ability to translate, not just languages, but ideas, to see similarities where others saw differences, to see where everyone else seemed unfortunate. And for a long time, I thought, what happens if I didn't have this hyphen? Your hyphen is not a break in your story. It's the place where your story becomes uniquely yours. Your hyphen is a tool. It's a perspective that no one else in the world has in that exact same way. Think about that. There has never been and will never be again someone with your exact experiences, cultures, challenges, and passions. That combination is not something to hide. It is something to build from. Because when you embrace the hyphen, something unique happens. You stop trying to shrink yourself into one box. You create something entirely new, a path that didn't exist before you walked it. So the next time you feel pulled between two sides, the next time you feel like you don't fully belong in one place or another, remember this: the hyphen is not a crack, it is a bridge connecting your past to your future, your heritage to your ambitions. Your differences are your strengths, and bridges don't weaken structures, they make connections possible. Don't hide your hyphen, don't erase it, embrace it, use it. Your hyphen is not a pause in your story, it's the place where your story becomes uniquely yours. And if you choose to stand in that space, to build from it instead of running from it, you won't just find your path, you will leave a trail for others who are still searching for theirs. Thank you.